An unbelievable match of two comebacks saw United beat Lyon in extra time to qualify for the Europa League. Football really is incredible. Imagine going into half-time 2-0 up, conceding a comeback, finding yourselves 4-2 down in extra time and still advancing. That is precisely what happened at Old Trafford on Thursday the 17th of April. In a historic tie, Manchester United defeated Lyon 5-4 to secure a place in the Europa League semi-finals. The match unfolded in astonishing fashion, featuring goals from Ugarte, Dalot, Bruno Fernandes, Mainu and Maguire for the hosts, 3 of them in the final 10 minutes of extra time, while Tolisso, Tagliafico, Cherki and Lacazette struck for the visitors. This remarkable qualification somewhat redeems what has been, up to now, one of United's worst seasons. They are struggling in the Premier League and exited the domestic cups at early stages. Having earned this hard-fought victory, the English side now prepare to face Athletic Bilbao in the next round. The first leg will be in Spain, with the return fixture in England. The game began cautiously, and the first clear chance arrived after 9 minutes, when the hosts opened the scoring. Bruno Fernandes received the ball on the right and played in Garnacho, who, inside the area, laid it off for Ugarte to strike firmly into the bottom corner, making it 1-0. Buoyed by the goal, United began to find more space. On 15 minutes Casemiro unleashed a shot from distance that forced a fine save from Lyon goalkeeper Lucas Perry. On 31 minutes Lyon responded. Cherki danced past 3 defenders, drove into the box and forced an excellent stop from Onana. 4 minutes later Fernandes rattled the crossbar, and just before half-time United doubled their lead. From a long ball by Maguire, Dalot outmuscled his marker, controlled and lashed a low finish past Perry. After the interval it seemed settled, but Lyon launched a fierce fight back. They almost pulled one back in the 8th minute of the second half when Tolisso's effort was kept out by Onana. But on 25 minutes the midfielder rose highest to head in Lacazette's delivery, making it 2-1. That goal gave the visitors huge confidence, and 6 minutes later they were level. Maitland-Niles swung in a cross, Tagliafico diverted it on, and though Onana got a hand to the ball, it had already crossed the line. On 44 minutes Tolisso received a second yellow card and was sent off, leaving Lyon with 10 men for extra time. Yet the numerical advantage scarcely mattered. In the final moments of the first half of extra time, Lyon broke on the counter and the ball found Cherki, who curled into the corner to make it 3-2. Early in the second half Lacazette converted a penalty into the opposite corner to extend the lead to 4-2. Still the tie was far from over. Fernandes, also from the spot, reduced the deficit to 4-3. Shortly afterwards Casemiro's star shone brightest. The Brazilian midfielder provided 2 assists, for Mainu and then Maguire, who sealed a 5-4 victory in a match that will live long in United supporters' memories. Heroic United complete Europa League semi-final lineup. The Europa League confirmed its 4 semi-finalists for the 2024-25 season on Thursday the 17th of April, with ties to be played between 1 and the 8th of May. Manchester United will face Athletic Bilbao over 2 legs, while Tottenham Hotspur meet Bodo Glimt in the other semi-final. The final, which could yet be an all-English affair, is scheduled for the 21st of May at San Mamés, Athletic's home stadium in Spain, which holds around 53,000 spectators. United's passage from the quarter-finals was nothing short of heroic. The Red Devils went in 2-0 up at half-time, were pegged back, found themselves 4-2 down in extra time and still overcame Lyon 5-4. Next, the English side will take on Bilbao, who eliminated Rangers with a 2-0 victory. Tottenham progressed by defeating Eintracht Frankfurt 1-0 in Germany, following a 1-1 draw in the first leg. The Spurs will face Bodo Glimt, who remarkably knocked out Lazio on penalties, 3-2, after a 3-3 aggregate draw. Semi-final fixtures: Tottenham Hotspur vs Bodo Glimt. Manchester United vs Athletic Bilbao. Courtois sees no solution for Real Madrid when Mbappé and Vinicius Jr. remarked, "We need more collective play, not individual moves." Real Madrid goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois offered a frank self-critique of his side's approach following their Champions League elimination by Arsenal on Wednesday, the 16th of April. He insisted the team was without a solution when opponents doubled up on Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. The Belgian shot stopper, who saved a penalty in the first half, said the side needed to play more as a unit, rather than rely on individual brilliance, since both Vinicius and Mbappe were consistently crowded out. Perhaps Real Madrid need to make a self-criticism at this moment. We are a team, but sometimes we must play more collectively and not with individual moves, he said. When they double up on Mbappe and Vini, it doesn't work. We have to be self-critical, analyze and improve, he continued, adding that the season was far from over despite the Champions League exit. We still have a Copa del Rey final to play, La Liga, Club World Cup. We need to be better in attack and defense. When asked about manager Carlo Ancelotti's future, Courtois expressed confidence that the Italian would remain next season. I think so, there's no problem regarding the boss. His message gets through and we do what he asks. At the Santiago Bernabeu, the goals only came after the break. Having missed a penalty in the first half, Bukayo Saka opened the scoring. Real responded almost immediately through Vinicius Jr., but in stoppage time Gabriel Martinelli secured a win for the Gunners, who advanced 5-1 on aggregate. Saka explains what he was thinking with his Panenka against Courtois in Real Madrid vs Arsenal. I tried something. Despite boldly missing a Panenka-style penalty, Bukayo Saka was one of the stars of Arsenal's historic progress to the Champions League semi-finals. At the Santiago Bernabeu, the Gunners defeated Real Madrid 2-1 to clinch a 5-1 aggregate victory. In the first half, Saka had the chance to open the scoring from the spot, but attempted a cheeky chip that Courtois saved, provoking divided reactions among the crowd and on social media. Nevertheless, the number 7 kept his composure and scored a fine goal in the second half. After the match, the 22-year-old candidly explained his thought process behind that attempt. It happens. I tried something, it didn't work. I felt confident. Then I managed to score in the second half. It was a learning moment. I'll review every detail tomorrow. Right now I'm focused on the moment. The victory places Arsenal among Europe's Final Four, an achievement the club had not reached for several years. Next up for the Gunners is Paris Saint-Germain, who eliminated Aston Villa to secure their semi-final spot. Martinelli even mentions Henry and praises Arsenal for reaching the Champions League semi-final. Real Madrid is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, in the world. Author of Arsenal's second goal in their 2-1 win over Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu on Wednesday, Gabriel Martinelli made a point of lauding his team's achievement. After the match, the Brazilian forward celebrated the feat and even paid tribute to Gunners legend and leading scorer Thierry Henry. It's a dream to experience this here at the Bernabeu. Henry scored here in his day, now we've done it too. I'm so happy. We didn't come just to defend. We had to stay calm at times because of their pressure, but in our minds we wanted to win. We achieved our objective, he began. It's not easy marking Rodrigo, Vini on the other side, and Endrick too when he came on. Towards the end Timber was tired, so I said I'd help out more. Very pleased with the performance, he added in an interview with TNT Sports. Martinelli also emphasized that the London side remained focused throughout, despite having won the first leg 3-0. Real Madrid is one of the biggest clubs in the world, if not the biggest. It's a privilege to play against them, but we represent one of the biggest clubs too. We let nothing interfere with our preparation. We know the quality our team has, so we came out with a positive result, he declared. Finally, the Brazilian said he intended to enjoy the evening in celebration and spoke about preparing for the semi-final against PSG. It's every boy's dream to play in a Champions League semi-final. We've just beaten Real in the quarters. I'm very proud. Hopefully my family can make it to the hotel to celebrate a little. We know the semi-final will be fiercely contested too. We'll prepare in the best possible way, he concluded. Newspaper reveals which Real Madrid player Saka's silence gesture was aimed at. Arsenal's Bukayo Saka celebrated his goal in the 2-1 win over Real Madrid on Wednesday the 16th of April, in their Champions League quarter-final, by making a shushing gesture. According to Spanish daily Mundo Deportivo, it was a message directed at right-back Dani Carvajal, who is injured and not involved with the first team. The report says Carvajal was standing at the tunnel entrance at half-time and had a heated discussion with Saka. The newspaper alleges that Carvajal complained about Saka's Panenka attempt in the penalty early in the game, which Courtois saved. It claims the fullback felt Saka was being disrespectful, mocking the Gunners' substantial advantage from the first leg. TV cameras even caught the altercation, with Carvajal grabbing Saka by the arm and shoving him. Mundo Deportivo criticized Carvajal's behavior. It was a completely pointless scuffle, since Carvajal was not in kit and, being injured, shouldn't have been in that part of the pitch, it wrote. Saka's reply came in the second half, when the Englishman scored a superb goal to put Arsenal ahead. Ironically, it was from a Panenka. Arsenal vs PSG and Barcelona vs Inter. Dates, head-to-head and all you need to know about the Champions League semi-finals. The Champions League semi-finals are set. On Wednesday the 17th of April, Europe's Premier Club competition confirmed the last two teams to join Barcelona and PSG, who had qualified on Tuesday the 15th of April, in the fight for continental glory. In Italy, after a 2-1 away win, Inter Milan held Bayern Munich to a 2-2 draw and will face Barca. In Madrid, the Bernabeu miracle did not occur this time, and Arsenal, having beaten Real Madrid again, will meet PSG for a place in the final, both teams still chasing their first Champions League title. When will the Champions League semi-finals take place? The first legs will be on 29 and the 30th of April, with the second legs on 6 and the 7th of May. For Arsenal vs PSG, the first leg is at the Emirates Stadium in England, with the return at the Parc des Princes in Paris. For Barcelona vs Bayern Munich, the first leg takes place at the Estadi Olympique Louis Companys, Barca's temporary home during Camp Nou's renovation, and the second at San Siro in Milan. Exact dates and kick-off times have yet to be confirmed. UEFA will announce them in due course. Semi-final schedule: first legs, 29 and the 30th of April, second legs, 6 and the 7th of May. When and where is the Champions League final? The showpiece final will be held on the 31st of May 2025 at the Allianz Arena in Munich, as a single match, kicking off at 1600 Central Europe time. Head-to-head records: Arsenal vs PSG. They have met only 3 times in the Champions League knockout phase, plus twice in the now-defunct Cup Winners' Cup in 1993-94. Overall, Arsenal hold the advantage, with 2 wins, including the current campaign, and 3 draws. PSG have never beaten Arsenal. Arsenal 2-0 PSG, League Phase, 2024-25, the 1st of October 2024 Champions League. Arsenal 2-2 PSG, Group Stage, 2016-17, the 23rd of November 2016 Champions League. PSG 1-1 Arsenal, Group Stage, 2016-17, the 13th of September 2016 Champions League. Arsenal 1-0 PSG, Semi-Final, 1993-94, the 12th of April 1994 Cup Winners' Cup. PSG 1-1 Arsenal, Semi-Final, 1993-94, the 29th of March 1994 Cup Winners' Cup. Barcelona vs Inter Milan. 2 of Europe's biggest clubs, Barca and Inter, have met 16 times since the 1950s, 12 of those in the Champions League. Overall, the Spaniards lead, with 7 wins, 5 draws and 4 defeats. Perhaps the most famous tie was the 2009-10 semi-final, when José Mourinho's side triumphed over Pep Guardiola's Barcelona. Full record: Barcelona 3-3 Inter Milan, Group Stage, 2022-23, the 12th of October 2022 Champions League. Inter Milan 1-0 Barcelona, Group Stage, 2022-23, the 4th of October 2022 Champions League. Inter Milan 1-2 Barcelona, Group Stage, 2019-20, the 10th of December 2019 Champions League. Barcelona 2-1 Inter Milan, Group Stage, 2019-20, the 2nd of October 2019 Champions League. Inter Milan 1-1 Barcelona, Group Stage, 2018-19, the 6th of November 2018 Champions League. Barcelona 2-0 Inter Milan, Group Stage, 2018-19, the 24th of October 2018 Champions League. Barcelona 1-0 Inter Milan, Semi-Final, 2009-10, the 28th of April 2010 Champions League. Inter Milan 3-1 Barcelona, Semi-Final, 2009-10, the 20th of April 2010 Champions League. Barcelona 2-0 Inter Milan, Group Stage, 2009-10, the 24th of November 2009 Champions League. Inter Milan 0-0 Barcelona, Group Stage, 2009-10, the 16th of September 2009 Champions League. Inter Milan 0-0 Barcelona, Second Group Stage, 2002-03, the 26th of February 2003 Champions League. Barcelona 3-0 Inter Milan, Second Group Stage, 2002-03, the 18th of February 2003 Champions League. Inter Milan 1-1 Barcelona, Round of 16, 1969-70, the 4th of February 1970 Fairs Cup. Barcelona 1-2 Inter Milan, Round of 16, 1969-70, the 14th of January 1970 Fairs Cup. Inter Milan 2-4 Barcelona, Quarter-Final, 1959-60, the 30th of September 1959 Fairs Cup. Barcelona 4-0 Inter Milan, Quarter-Final, 1959-60, the 7th of May 1959 Fairs Cup. The fourth round of Brazil's 2025 Serie A was marked by emphatic results that shook up the top of the table and produced surprises. Flamengo thrashed Juventude 6-0 to retain top spot with the league's most potent attack. Newly promoted Mirassol beat Grêmio 4-1, registering their first ever Serie A win. Palmeiras extended their unbeaten run by defeating Internacional 1-0 away, while Fluminense secured a vital 2-0 victory over Corinthians at the Neoquímica Arena. Additionally, Cruzeiro beat Bahia 3-0 at the Mineirão and Red Bull Bragantino overcame Sport Recife 1-0 at the Ilha do Retiro. In the standings, Flamengo and Palmeiras lead on 10 points, followed by Fluminense 9 and Ceará 7. Results of the fourth round: Ceará 2-1 Vasco da Gama, Castelão, the 15th of April. Botafogo 2-2 São Paulo, Olímpico Nilton Santos, the 16th of April. Mirassol 4-1 Grêmio, José Maria de Campos Maia, the 16th of April. Sport Recife 0-1 Red Bull Bragantino, Ilha do Retiro, the 16th of April. Corinthians 0-2 Fluminense, Neoquímica Arena, the 17th of April. Internacional 0-1 Palmeiras, Beira Rio, the 16th of April. Flamengo 6-0 Juventude, Maracana, the 16th of April. Santos 2-0 Atlético Mineiro, Vila Belmiro, the 16th of April. Vitória 2-1 Fortaleza, Barradão, the 16th of April. Cruzeiro 3-0 Bahia, Mineirão, the 17th of April. Standings highlights: Flamengo top with 10 points, boasting the best attack, 11 goals, and the biggest win so far, 6-0 versus Juventude. Palmeiras remain unbeaten on 10 points, with the best defensive record, 1 goal conceded. Fluminense sit third on 9 points after 3 wins, highlighted by their 2-0 victory over Corinthians. Ceará climbed to fourth with 7 points, solid at the back and efficient up front. Cruzeiro, fifth, 7 PTS, reaffirm their good form with a 3-0 win over Bahia. Red Bull Bragantino, sixth, 7 PTS, reap the rewards of a consistent midfield, edging Sport 1-0. Vasco da Gama, 7th, 6 PTS, have been up and down but remain in touch. Juventude, 8th, 6 PTS, suffered a heavy defeat and must regroup. Mirasol, 9th, 5 PTS, enjoyed their high point but lacked consistency. International, 10th, 5 PTS, seek to bounce back ahead of the Grey Nal. Botafogo, 11th, 5 PTS, remain erratic after a home draw with São Paulo. Fortaleza, 12th, 5 PTS, have oscillated between highs and lows. Santos, 13th, 4 PTS, still unstable after a managerial change. Corinthians, 14th, 4 PTS, must respond after their loss to Fluminense. Vitória, 15th, 4 PTS, eye escape from the relegation zone. São Paulo, 16th, 4 PTS, yet to win but gathering confidence via draws. Grêmio, 17th, 3 PTS, endure a poor run and defensive frailties. Bahia, 18th, 3 PTS, remain in the drop zone after defeat to Cruzeiro. Atletico Mineiro, 19th, 2 PTS, search for their first win. Sport Recife, 20th, 1 part, sit bottom with just one draw, sounding the alarm.